How do Jains view Ahimsa? Hi, I'm Dr. James Salton. In the Jain symbol, the hand at the bottom of the image represents a reminder for a Jain to stop and think before they act. The word in the middle is Ahimsa, which suggests that a Jain should think about the principle of Ahimsa first and foremost in anything that they do. Although common in other karmic religions, Gandhi has suggested that the principle of Ahimsa is best expressed in Jainism. For a Jain monk, there's adherence to a rigorous ahimsa. In every action they perform, they're aware of ahimsa and the possibility of killing minute life forms. Practices do differ between different traditions, but examples of actions that are performed to avoid harming living beings include gently brushing the ground before they step to ensure that insects are not hurt as they place their foot down. Others might wear a small mask to avoid breathing in tiny insects. They might also adopt the habit of samti, or carefulness, which includes the taking of care in the 5 actions of walking, speech, eating, handling things, and the evacuation and disposal of bodily fluids, feces, etc. This reflects the belief that an action, regardless of intention, has the possibility of attaching karmic matter to the soul. For a Jain who's not undertaken the great vows, they adopt a lifestyle where they vow not to kill without a purpose and intention. It would be impossible to avoid killing minute forms of life during the acts of daily living, working and cooking. They will avoid intentionally causing harm, and while the minor vow is important in the life of Jain, it will inevitably cause some karmic matter to bind to the soul, and liberation is only possible with the living of the major vows. Jains will generally adopt a strict vegetarian diet and will also avoid where possible the use of leather and other goods that are made from the killing of living things. Plants have one sense and so are acceptable to eat as the least developed form of life. For some Jains, they'll avoid root vegetables and bulbs such as onion and garlic, as in the process of digging them up, many insects might be harmed. Mushrooms are similarly forbidden as there may be other life forms in and around them. There's also the belief that root and bulb vegetables, while being one form, have infinite lives within them, whereas other plants have either single or countable numbers of lives. Some very strict Jains will also avoid dairy products, as taking them from the animal will have inevitably caused harm. The leaving out of food could also potentially mean that it could not be eaten, as bacteria and microorganisms would accumulate and then be harmed in the eating. Ahimsa will also affect the career that a lay Jain pursues. They'll choose jobs that don't cause harm. The Jain belief of the jiva being within every living thing perhaps finds its greatest expression in the vow of Ahimsa.